Hello, everyone, and welcome to Meticulous Talks on November 27th. I am, as always, Chris Cords, and tonight my guest.
I'm Bugle.
Pleasure to have you back again, Bugle.
Yeah, this should be interesting. This is the match between the two people who beat it.
I guess when you put it that way, yeah, that's true. Uh, Josh beat you in the winners final, and Grandpa's in the losers final.
Yeah.
Um, and now they're here to take your crown, essentially.
Yep. Yeah. Do I tech? Well, I guess I don't know if I still technically have it or not because this match has finished, and if M won, he has it right now. He has it.
Yes.
Uh, but if GP won, then I technically still have it, and I'm waiting to pass it on to one of the two of them.
Correct. Yes. Now, for those unaware, just as a quirk of the way that double elimination tournaments work, because Josh, or I'm going to try to say M so I can agree with you for the whole stream, um, is coming out of the winner's bracket. He needs to lose twice in order to be out of the tournament. So Grandpa's essentially has to beat him twice if he wants the title.
Tech twice in two separate best two of threes.
Yes.
So a total of four times.
Yes. Yeah. Whereas M only needs to win one best of three.
Right. Which is a good advantage. Like, uh,
I mean,
it means that you don't need to try quite as hard the first time. So,
right. Yeah, absolutely. Even if you lose the first time, you can view it as sort of gathering intelligence on the opponent's decks to beat them the second time. But if you do lose once, then your opponent knows that you're beatable.
right. That is true.
So, without ado, I think we should get right to it. These two players, well, yeah, maybe give a little bit of an overview. These two players both had their own paths through the bracket. Eminently started in the upper bracket, dispatched Ivory, and then his brother. I suppose I should call him Ace for you.
Yeah.
And
You can
then
call them whatever you feel is
right,
appropriate. I'm sure they're fine with however.
and then you yourself in the winners final.
Yep.
Relatively un. Well, what's the word I would say?
He was undefeated. He went
Yes.
6-0,
Mhm.
which is a pretty good record.
Yeah, yeah. Some of those matches were a little one-sided. I'll say it honestly.
Yeah,
Whereas Grandpa's having dropped to the winners bracket, losers bracket in the semifinals, had to make his way past Cheese and then Smithers, and then you to make it here.
he had to play a lot more games than M did.
Mhm. Which is, I mean, that's the way of a double elimination tournament. The losers
Right.
bracket always you have to scramble through more. Maybe that's more experience. Maybe that's more fatigue. It's could go either way.
Well,
But regardless, tonight it is all to play for.
so what I find very interesting about this particular matchup is, I mean, this was true when M played against Ivory as well, but between the two of them, they have four different combo decks. And they're completely different, more or less.
Pretty much so, yeah. We've got the Cadence Angel Wings Mistmain combo, which is kind of the more traditional OTK loop style combo.
Right.
You've got two different spins on Living to Laugh,
Yep.
which largely do play in somewhat different ways. I almost sometimes think of the sort of Cluj Town plus Gabby build as, I mean, that one compared to the other one. What would you call it? Like, well,
That they both rely on Gabby,
yeah,
just different Gabby.
different Gabbies.
It
I
makes
do,
it difficult to.
yeah, I do sometimes think of them as the tortoise and the hare almost, which is not to imply that the Cluj Town version is slow, but that it is steady. It,
Yes.
yeah. Uh,
Honestly, I think it's the faster version, but yeah, it is a steadier version for sure.
mhm. And then the fourth being the AT combo, just getting a big pile of AT and scoring most of its points with Miss Main.
How many AT gens can you run in a deck and still function? M seems to know the answer to that.
Too many, apparently, given the ban list changes coming. So anyway, well, our first game tonight is going to feature two of them. It's actually going to feature both of the Living to Laugh decks against each other in core. And I know this is a match. This is a matchup that you've analyzed and thought about extensively. So I'm just gonna hand you the mic, I guess.
Uh,
Um,
do we want to look at their deck lists
yeah,
first?
sure.
Like,
Let's look at M first here.
okay, so M's list is very reminiscent of the more traditional way of living to laugh, which is to just go. I'm just going to draw a lot of cards over a lot of time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, he does this primarily with Gabby lending a claw, which is the two cost Gabby that just draws four at the end of your turn, which he can get back, or he can proc pretty reliably with either Cluj Town just discarding his entire hand, or Pinky discarding his entire hand.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Fun fact, you can exhaust Pinky to discard your hand without a target if you just decided I would rather not have these cards in my hand.
Mm-hmm. You can discard any number of cards that you want, regardless
Yes.
of if there is an opposing friend with that cost.
The other incredibly key card that I find in this matchup is actually not a draw deck card. It is his starting problem.
Uh,
Uh,
Party
the
Science.
party science. Uh, M took a very different approach to my Continentals deck, where I tried to run only one cost friends, except for the things that had to be more than one. He ran 0 1 cost friends with the intent of, I'll just pay one less for them. Um, and if he can get a Gilda out, then his Griffins, which all cost 2, now cost 0. And some of them are hasty as well, so he can do this on the opponent's turn and just get a lot of unity th- across time paying 0 AT.
Mm-hmm.
Because each of those cards has a once per turn rider. Uh, but if you're willing to spend the time, you can save quite a lot.
Absolutely. And it is worth pointing out, perhaps, that in this combo versus combo situation, neither of them is really caring about confronting problems. Neither of them wants their party science to go away, and so chances are the party sciences won't go away. It's like,
Well, you say that, but both of these decks have Discord.
that is the one way that you're going to see a problem
Right.
replacement, probably, this game.
Which Discord is actually very important. The first person to get a Discord is in a huge advantage because not only do you get rid of the opponent's party science, but you put your second copy of party science on top of your problem deck. So if the opponent gets a Discord, they can't make yours go away. All they can do is find their party science and get it back.
Get it back, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Shall we switch over to Grand Pause?
Yeah.
Uh, so, yeah, GP's deck relies on the other Gabby,
Yes, the
the
3-cost 3-power Gabby.
uh-huh, which when you confront a problem with it, you discard your whole hand and then draw that many cards back +1.
So GP actually does want to confront problems, just only once or twice. Then he's done.
Yeah, and so as a contrast to the other Gabby, where like at most you're going to be drawing 4 cards, this one can. You have a bit of a longer reach. You can get to the end of your deck from farther away if you've got a big hand going into your score phase.
And if you're banking AT, you can every AT that you pay to draw on the turn that you go off is effectively you're paying 1 to draw 2. Or in the God situation where you have 2 Gabbies, now you're paying 1 to draw 3 effectively.
Mhm.
Um, if you assuming this is the end turn or you're confronting with Gabby or whatever. Because you're not getting the 2 or 3 right away, but your end goal is to have 0 cards in your deck. So
Right.
He is also because his Gabby is pink blue. He is not monocolor, unlike M, who I believe is more or less mono pink. I don't think he can actually play any of the non pink cards in his deck.
That is correct. Yeah, I mean he has Golden Parachute in there, but that is purely for the discard pile.
Yeah, yeah, and he has a Mysterious Disappearance as well,
That
which
is correct. Yes.
is purely for the flip zone. But yeah, GP actually does have a secondary color, which will turn off his problem if he uses it. Or, aside from Fire of Friendship, which can give him blue without turning off his problem, which can be pretty relevant. Spitfire is 2 rec. I believe Stop Fighting is 2 rec. I don't remember.
Stop fighting. Yes, I believe it is 2 rec as well. Yeah.
So that lets him play Stop Fighting without, or lets him have the ability to play Stop Fighting while also not removing his discount, which is pretty valuable if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Now,
GP says it's 3 rec. Oh,
okay,
well,
we both
never
remember
mind
drop.
then.
Fair enough. Got to have 2 fire friendships then. Simple.
So aside from the color, the big difference between the 2 decks are the mains. Silverstream says, "Hi, have 7 pink rec. Don't worry,
It's Skystar actually, but
Skystar."
under- totally understood.
Pinky, on the other hand, says, "Those friends you have in play, you don't actually have them in play. Why did you think you had friends in play? What a silly idea."
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even with the nerf, she is still pretty potent, though. Uh, but she can't affect the seashell tokens. So GP can hit his Unity 7 safely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Short of being belly flopped or not garnered, the other one,
Griselda.
Griselda. Yes. Um, Nothing's going to happen to those seashells.
Yeah. It is, however, that the other Unity 8 that could be the problem, and I think that's
Right.
why I have EEA Council here as a key card.
Yes, EEA stops all of M's forms of disruption. He no longer, because Pinky has been nerfed. Now, if this was the original Pinky, could still exhaust Pinky during the score step, and get rid of Gabby or whoever is most relevant to be gotten rid of at the time. And unless GP had a golden parachute in the discard, which is not unlikely, um, Pinky the main just stops him cold. But because this is the nerf Pinky, EEA stops all of the forms of interaction. So if it were up to me, I was in GP shoes, what I would do is I would basically pretend I am playing the deck Exodia from Yu-Gi-Oh, which is get all my combo pieces in hand, play EEA Council, play all my combo pieces, and do literally nothing up until that point. If I got a Discord, I might get rid of my opponent's problem. Obviously, I might use belly flops or whatever earlier on, but I would try not to play friends because any friends that I play will just get hit with the party cannon.
I mean, I have a hard time disagreeing with that logic. That should work. If it comes down to being able to draw the cards you need and being able to have your D15 plus EEA and a couple Gabbies in hand.
Yeah. If you can get 2 Gabbies, all the better. If you can only get 1, it's still pretty doable. I might aggressively mulligan for Discord though, because I think if you had a Discord, he can play Well, they can both play Discord turn 2. But he can more reliably play it turn 2 since he gets the 4 rec just off of his main. I think because the party science of M's is so much more valuable because he's trying to play a friend every single turn. Sometimes, even on his opponent's turn. Getting rid of that party science will be a huge advantage. So, yeah, I think I would mulligan for either Discord or 2 Gabbies. I would keep a hand with 2 Gabbies.
Fair enough. Well, we aren't going to be able to see the moles for this first game, but if there's nothing else to say, I'll transition to it.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I can tell you that Grandpa's is looking at a hand with a Discord in it.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
You as well.
Yeah, he's got a Discord and an EEA
nothing here at start of games. So 2 AT, bank, and pass.
Right.
And
Also no
2
start of
fire
game
friendships,
triggers,
2 belly flops.
2 AT, draw a card.
Maybe not a great combo hand, but a good amount of disruption in there.
2 fire friendships is pretty good because that gives him his blue rec without turning
cheese at
off
home.
his problem.
Pass back to you.
2.
Okay.
Draw.
Meanwhile,
I'm guessing flip Skystar, play Discord.
and then you have 1 AT left over to
Spend 2.
AT. Yep.
Flip Skystar.
use Discord if you want.
Sounds good.
Spend 1. Discord.
There it
Yeah,
is.
very nice. No response.
Search my.
Well, as you stated earlier, put the other party science on top of your deck. And
yes, now you're safe from Discords. Yeah. And what's a shame is M's first draw was
Spend 1,
also
well, that's
Discord.
the play. Spend 1 to crack it. Okay. Pass turn.
right. So if you're M, you have
Okay.
to get it back
2
basically now, right?
actions.
I
Draw a
think
card.
he has exactly the AT to do it.
And he has the wreck because that cheese has 4 power.
Right. I think
It's
there's
lame
no
to
reason
be out
not
of pole
to.
position. But this early, it's almost certainly worth it.
Because it's the first. Yeah. So, dueling
Yep.
Discords.
All right.
Basically, I think
Also
that
don't
was
want to pop
just.
him.
Okay.
They both. GP spent 3 AT
Okay, back to
to
you.
drain
Okay.
3 AT from M, effectively.
If you've got another.
Oh my
How
god.
about that one?
Don't you only have 2 in the deck?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to bother with this search. I'm just going to pop.
Yes.
That was the single best card that he could have drawn,
Uh-huh.
and there was only 1 left in the deck.
Pass.
Okay.
Ho hum.
So M's turn is nullified.
SGP says
All right,
better
I'm gonna pay
lucky
2 for a
than
guilty at
good.
home.
Okay.
Back to you.
All right. So,
2, draw.
and we'll be playing without a party science by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're going to play anything, Gilda's the card to play for sure.
Sure,
Which-
I'll move up Skystar.
Makes me wonder. Okay.
Score
I was
face.
thinking, do you belly
Yep, you're
flop
good.
the Gilda here?
Score 1 and pass.
Reasonable play.
Right.
Now that, I mean,
Two
yeah, you've got
actions.
those tokens,
Draw.
as you kind of said earlier, that's, well, aside from potentially being Unity later, all they're good for now is as a belly flop fodder, basically.
Well, and the fact that they can't be hit by
Right.
Pinky. So,
I'll pass
with
back to you.
two Griseldas.
2,
Oh.
draw.
Oh, yeah. I think a Griselda is going to hit field this turn.
Score face.
On GP's
Yep.
turn.
Confront.
Yep.
No?
Sounds good.
Doesn't look like it. Both of
Right.
them
3
being a little bit
actions.
more
Draw a
cautious
card.
with their resources. And
I would have thought the fact that,
Free for
2
Cluj
AT
Town
stopped the opponent
citizens.
from confronting
In
would
response?
be just fine.
Belly flop.
push down, gets belly flopped. Fair enough. That denies M from being able to flip his
Yep.
main.
Right.
That's a good start for you, huh?
Yeah, I can't really complain.
I can.
Yeah,
As well you should.
GP still has
I'll
0
pass it
combo
back to you.
pieces, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
3, draw.
I mean, he has the EA, but that's technically... that's the third belly flop.
Score face.
He's drawn all 3 flops, all 3 belly
Attempt to
flops.
confront.
both
Yeah, score face
discords.
is fine.
Pass.
Okay.
Scoring some points.
3
Yeah?
actions.
Oh, I guess
Draw.
that's why he did play the Griselda. Griselda wouldn't have actually stopped the confront.
Right. So I guess, yeah, you can play her now.
It's a little dumb, but
Uh,
aren't we all?
Phew.
Every now and again.
If you play the Gabby here... Oh, I think I know what he's going to do.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Okay.
pay 1 for Gabby.
I thought he was
Flop
going to
her.
play
You're
Chrysalis
Obviously, you'd wait.
into Cluj-Town
Um,
Citizen.
Right. Well, still
I'm
time.
gonna pay 3 for Stolen
Oh,
Talent.
there we go. There we
Ooh.
go.
Spicy.
But
And I'm going to, assuming you don't do anything,
No, you're fine. Stolen talents.
let's see.
going to banish
Yeah.
Cluj Town.
Okay, and now we see
Now
belly
we're
flop.
Okay.
There you go.
So that Cluj Town is
Well,
gone.
I know you have more than 2 of those in the deck at least,
We're
so I
good.
can't be too mad. But wow. Okay. Back to you.
Game 3,
This
draw.
does, however, mean GP will need 12 Unity.
Yeah.
M is currently sitting at 6, 8, 9, and that's with an unflipped main.
9 going to 11 with an on-flip main. Plenty of pink in
We'll
his
play Gilda
hand.
for 1.
But he
Okay.
does need to empty his hand out if he wants
Score face.
to flip it anytime soon.
Yep, you're good.
Confront. Pass.
And I think
I
Grand
think-
Claus sees here that he has some cover to potentially play
Reactions.
friends.
Right,
Then I'm
because
going to play Griselda just
Yeah.
immediately when
Okay.
it's my turn for 2.
Yep.
Hitting Gilda.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, now I'll draw.
okay, yep. And unfortunately, was
Back
not
to you.
not a correct assessment, but at least he only spent 1 AT on. There's a Gabby.
Okay.
That's very valuable.
Okay.
And the Angel Wings
3
is also 2
actions.
free rec, effectively.
Draw a card.
Or
It was-
Unity, whichever.
It was real fast, but GP did just pass there. For what it's worth, I'll let you guys know. We are watching this slightly sped up, 1.2 times speed. So
Okay.
I will play this Pinky Sense.
a good
Oh,
card.
there we go.
okay,
I am a fan. I'm just gonna start culling things
Yep,
senselessly.
I think I would have chosen
And
Holiday
pass
Spirit
back to you.
as well.
Game 3, draw.
11 AT is pretty good. I think you
Mhm.
pass here and
Go
put a
to
flop.
score face.
Yep,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Okay, and end of turn. Put a FOF into play.
all right. So that's
Yep.
that's enough rec to play either
Makes
Gabby
sense.
or Angel Wings.
Okay.
But you
3
play
actions.
Angel Wings first.
Ready,
of
draw.
course.
Yes, you always play Angel Wings first in that scenario.
Cluj Town for 3. You can't kill it. It's beautiful. I guess you could frighten it.
I could
Uh,
hasty in a Griselda
Mhm.
and then flop it.
Perfect.
I will
Okay,
choose.
well,
I will choose not to take this line of play. This is a choice, and definitely not because I don't have those cards in my hand.
I will
We
believe you
believe you,
and play the
GP.
rest of the game fearing those 2 cards.
As
Okay,
intended.
I'm gonna make
Okay.
Klushtan pink.
So
That's fine.
Klushtown sticking
and
means
pink.
and will flip
And
here.
pink.
Oh, he
Going to put
I'm
a card on top of
surprised
my deck.
discarded
Okay.
the
Flip for 0.
Yep.
the honorary yak.
Hmm. Oh yeah, he did actually. That is a little strange, given situation.
Yeah, good as it's gonna get. So I'll go to score phase and take a point.
You got
He knows
and
he's
then I
going to
will try to
draw
go to
a
end of turn.
belly
it. Okay.
flop.
End of turn is good.
Hey!
Yep.
Didn't get frightened. That's miraculous. Okay,
Okay.
back to you.
3. Draw.
Otherwise, not great cards.
Okay. Score phase. End of turn.
Okay.
Another fire.
Another fall. So
Also
now he
getting-
can, if he draws them, he
Right,
now
pass
has.
The
Stop
stop
fighting
fightings.
Ready, 3 actions, draw.
Okay. Oh well, there's a yak.
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna use Klushtown to discard Klushtown for no effect.
I think you just discard Mysterious Disappearance here.
Right. Now that Grandpa's has 2 offs, it's not super useful.
Well, and a face-off is
That passed you.
incredibly unlikely to happen.
Okay. You are still confronting for a point.
Oh, I go to score phase, take a point. Now I pass to you.
Okay. He's fast. He's going to play
Great.
the
Draw.
yak here.
I would now like to do something.
Where's your honorary yak?
Blah.
There it is.
So that's 6.
Draws 6 cards. Yeah.
But GP is sitting at a very healthy 17 AT. It's a shame he doesn't have more unity in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, no other things for me.
Yeah. Now is
Sure,
the time to
understood.
start doing the math. So 3, 5, 8. Actually, all he's got is 8 right now, right?
Yes. That he has 3 friends in his hand, and combined they provide 4 unity, or 5 unity rather.
Mhm.
In main phase.
Okay.
Just thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
There's another
Score
Discord.
phase. End of turn.
Oh, 2 Discords actually.
Okay.
Discard
Okay.
motivational speech.
Now this time chooses
Sounds
to discard
good.
the speech
Just
rather
before
than
your
putting
turn
the
ends,
third
I'll use the Pinky Sense just to toss
off
this.
into play,
Sure. Sounds fine.
Okay.
which I guess is a
3
little
actions
just
ready.
redundant.
Draw.
I think you pay 1 for the
I'm
Gilda
going to
here.
do 1 for Gilda at mine.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah,
2 for Discord at yours.
Emma's kind of just got it all set up here. I mean, I don't think there's even a need to count his unity here.
Oh no, he's got plenty. He doesn't have a
To score
living to
phase and
last.
take a point. Back
Right.
to you.
He needs a living to laugh, and he needs a few more turns worth of
3.
time.
And draw.
Parachute's not that great here, honestly.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a pink friend.
Score phase. End of turn. Third fall.
Oh, I would have discarded the parachute.
Fair enough.
Pass turn.
I guess with no friends
Okay.
to play, but I mean,
Mhm.
Do I
it
wanna
lets
do
him
anything
play
in
a
the
friend. That's the thing.
Yeah,
intervening time here?
I think
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this Mysterious Disappearance
Sure.
GP has
past the point of use.
signed on now to
Okay,
your
3 actions.
plan.
Ready,
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
draw.
he's not going to do anything until he is ready to do everything.
right.
Guess I'll start with I know this one.
Ooh, now this is an
2
interesting
draws.
question
I will
here.
not copy.
Okay,
Okay, GP says no.
do get the
Fair
Unity.
enough. He has 2 in his hand already. If he just
Hmm.
wants to play
Well,
them.
maybe you'll copy it the second time around.
I sure won't.
All right.
How about the third time?
Yeah, he could. Been good luck on chaining the.
Well, it wasn't funny when I said it that last time, but maybe you'll follow if I try again.
I sure won't.
Right.
Okay,
No,
well,
yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna get a Unity draw.
And as
That is
GP
bizarre.
is mentioning in chat, it's basically that
Play these.
he really does not want to
Sure.
give M the opportunity to chain it a second time.
Put down a free Gabby.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head to score phase and take 1 point.
Okay.
I'm gonna discard this and this to hand limit. Back
Sure.
to you.
Now,
Okay.
I'm surprised he
Game
didn't
three,
discard
draw.
his entire hand there and draw 4. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, what's he hanging on to?
EEA Council.
Okay, well,
Okay.
yeah, Grandpa's is going. It's gonna need to draw into some
Angel Wings.
stuff.
Mhm.
What?
Gabby for 1.
Okay,
That is enough to confront that
I
problem.
will play I Know This One.
I know this
Okay.
one.
Would you like to copy?
There's an Angel Wings and a Rushed Makeover,
Am I allowed to?
which
You
I
are.
I guess so.
guess can make the
I
EA
won't.
pink.
It can make the
I'll
EEA
get my
pink,
Unity
which
draw.
is pretty relevant, actually.
And if he does
And-
have the Unity,
Yeah, he now has the Unity.
I'll play I Know This One.
Sounds good.
And let me make sure I paid correct. Was it 23, 19, 17, 16? Yes, that's correct. Okay. Drawing 2.
here's
And then
Gilda.
drawing the Unity.
Right, so now
The Gavins. It is Gavin, right?
it's Giovanna.
Giovanna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are also 2 for 3 here, but if you play the Angel Wings first, then that's
Let's pay to draw.
2
Well,
for 5.
if the EEA is pink, the Angel Wings and the Gilda in his hand, that's
Do it again.
15.
Yeah.
Now he does still
Guess
need
at
to
this
play a
rate, you
Living
don't
to
even need a
Laugh,
second Gabby.
and he does still need to draw enough cards,
Right.
which is going to be, what is that?
12 AT, and he doesn't.
Do it
He
again.
only needs to spend 2 at this point.
Right. Well,
So he's likely
Keep going.
if he can draw the right plus the 3 for the
right.
the living to let yeah. But with
Yeah, he's got
but
17
Rush
cards in
Makeover-
his deck right now.
Right. If you rush makeover EEA, you play Angel Wings for 1, Angel Wings for 0, Living to Laugh for 1. Right.
Uh-huh.
That is an extra 7 rec
Right.
plus the 3 from the main 10, and then the 5 that is currently in play.
Right. But how many cards would he have in his hand then? He would have 11.
He would lose 4 cards down to 10.
10. So he would need to draw a few more
Just a
cards to
moment.
get his deck in
Many as you need.
small enough. If he only has one Gabby in play.
Yes, but he only needs to spend 2 AT. No, 2? 3 AT to get the remaining rec he needs.
Right. Okay, yeah. So with 7 AT, that's enough draws. So
Especially since each draw is effectively draw 2.
Rushmaker on EEA Council.
and he
Choose
Right.
does see
go.
that play.
Very nice.
So it looks like he should have it.
Yeah, this looks
Angel
like
Wings
it's
for 1?
over. Since Discord can only be at one problem
Angel
at
Wings
a
for
time.
nothing.
Yep.
Living to Laugh for 1.
Yep, 17 cards. Pay 7 to draw. Go to score phase. That's enough. I mean, that's well more than enough, in fact.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I'm just doing the math 3 times just to be sure. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It pays to make sure you actually
10 cards
have the
currently in
Unity
hand.
15. I agree, GP.
It's true.
That is all those
Like,
cards
if you
plus
had 14 here and drew
1.
out,
Pay 1 to draw a card. And do that 5 more times.
He's at
Guess I don't
11.
need to do it 5 more times, but whatever.
But that's okay.
it.
You win regardless.
Score phase,
Yeah.
confront, trigger Gabby,
Yep.
and draw the rest of my deck.
draw
Very nice.
17,
GG.
which don't even have 17. Yeah, okay. So that's game 1.
That is game 1. And I guess, as you said, that's M's first game loss of the tournament.
Yeah. The dueling discords there at the beginning was very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only did M take an entire 3 AT off, he didn't even win that fight, right?
Yeah, he still played the game without a party science.
Yeah. Now, if he had played a Discord to both problems, then GP would have had to have found a way to deal with Discord as well. But he had the other belly flop and the stop fighting, so I don't think that would have actually been an issue.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is the core game of the match. So far as I'm aware, I believe that was the.
It's a core game, correct?
Correct. My apologies. A core game. Could very well be another one. If I'm remembering correctly, that was the matchup that the players thought was more tilted in M's favor, probably.
I agree it is tilted in M's favor, but the early Discord tilted it back in GP's favor. Plus, he had the belly. Even though those seashells did have value later on, it slowed M down quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Getting rid of the Cluj Town and then the legally distinct Cluj Town.
Right. Yeah, and so this the adventure match that's coming up, which will be another combo versus combo. Spoilers. The other two combo decks that you mentioned off the start is a little bit more even, I guess, in terms of expected.
I feel that GP is favored in that particular matchup because he doesn't actually need to do much. M still needs to play out all of his AT gens to get to critical mass. Now, on the other hand, M has Tempest as a main, and as we have seen perpetually throughout this tournament, that poor Chrysalis has been going up against mains that are like, I don't feel like flipping.
Fair point. Let's have a look at M's deck. Yeah, so you mentioned Tempest as the main already. Let me find it here. Otherwise, a who's who of cards that are getting banned next month.
Yeah, that's 3 of them. I think that's every one in M's deck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see the 4th one in GP's deck.
It's true. Yes, this adventure matchup is a herald of. Well, it's something that you're not going to see again for a long time, unless we have it again next week.
Yeah. Either never again or immediately.
Yeah, it is. You take a look at that. You see lots of action token generators.
And disruption.
And disruption. Pretty much.
And mismains.
And a mismain. Well, 3 mismains, yes. I have Fernando up there as a key card because I think it's one of the only true removals that's in here.
It is the only thing. Well, Napcakes can also make cards.
I suppose so. Yes. Yes.
Though it can't make Cadence go away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fernando's the only way to get rid of Cadence, and even that's not easy. Oh, actually, wait, no. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you win the face-off. It just need to have it happen. So I guess it is pretty easy.
Right. Which means Cadence is not going to see play until GP thinks he's going to win, if at all.
Probably.
Because paying 3 to put a Cadence into play just to have it get Fernando'd is not a very great situation to be in.
Well, particularly since, if your main's not going to flip, getting that 3 white rec to play the redeeming qualities in the first place is hard.
Right. Utopia does point out that there were Captain Jacks that could get rid of Cadence, but they are not in the deck, actually. They're cited out.
That is true. Probably at a reasonable... I mean, again, you don't expect stuff to be getting into play until Grandpa's is doing it, right? So
right, yeah. GP doesn't really have a reason to play anything except for maybe Party of One. Playing Party of One is pretty important, though.
Right. Let's slide over and have a look at Grandpa's deck.
Well, there's actually one more card.
Oh, sure.
You didn't point out for M here. When M played against Cheese, no, it wasn't M, or was it M? I think it was. Yeah, the family feuds were very, very important in that matchup.
Fair point. Yeah, I have it up there.
Because Cheese only had 2 resource removal and discarded 1, and then his opponent saw the other one from the first family feud, so knew to call it for the second family feud.
Right.
That's right. It wasn't M. That was the Lyra deck, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. And it is not unreasonable that we may see some problem face-offs this time. Grandpa's has a lot of incentive to get M off of Train Traditions.
Yes. There's not a whole lot of entry in this deck, just the barrels and the Trading Traditions.
All right. All done on this one?
Yeah. Let's go on.
Okay. Right. So, because of both Grandpa's and Cheese playing it, I feel like I've talked about this deck so many times over the course of this tournament. So most everyone in the audience probably has already had it explained to them 3 or 4 times by now. But just in case you haven't, I'll just run through it real quick again. You have Cadence in play. You have Heartfelt Apology up on you, which says whenever you score a point, you get to put something from your discard pile that costs 2 or less into play.
Well, when a player, but you always choose yourself. Yes.
Right, yes, yeah. And then when you play Mistmain, you are both doing the usual Mistmain thing of looping 1 back into your hand, but also on that point, putting an Angel Wings into play, and then eating it with a Sorin or a Shoeshine, so that now your next Mistmain is free. You can just keep on doing that.
Yeah. That rarity as a key card is very important, as it is one of the very few ways that GP has to reach 3 rec in any color.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be very relevant if Tempest decides I'm not going to flip, which is, again, we've seen that many times in this tournament, where the poor Chrysalis player has gone, I guess I'm stuck on this side.
Always a risk when you play Chrysalis. Perhaps most notably in the combo versus combo mirror from the Grandpa's Cheese match in the lower bracket.
Well, yeah, in that case, you know it's not happening. You can't even hope that your opponent needs to flip their main, because even if they need to, they can't. Because the second match between me and GP, I was in a situation where I had to flip my main, and it wound up being favorable for the Chrysalis player.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
GP hopes that he doesn't have M doesn't have a factory jack, because then he'll have to flip early.
Yep, absolutely.
Or at least it's very likely to flip early.
Yet these purple-orange players, I feel like I've seen a lot of turn 1 factory jacks this tournament.
Yeah. The other key card, which I did mention very briefly in this list, is the Party of Ones, which, because AT gens aren't free. Like they provide value over time, but like if you put 3 or 4 of them into play and then you get party of 1 and lose 3 of them, not so great.
Mm-hmm.
That can set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, a timely party of 1 can be. Granted, Grandpa's probably would have to choose one of M's friends as the one that stays.
Assuming he has an unflipped Chrysalis,
Right.
he had to play a
He
friend.
must have something in play in order to be able to meet the party of 1 rec. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, played at the right time, absolutely devastating card.
Right. But yeah, hope you guys weren't sick of combo versus combo where one person does something and the other person does nothing.
Well, I mean, this is a different flavor of it, I think.
Yes, but I expect it to be very similar.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Let us get to it.
Right.
So this time we are seeing before the mulligans.
Well, I'm going to keep that hand if I'm
I will
M.
keep mine.
I will also keep
It's
mine.
true. 3 action token generators, not bad.
Okay.
On Grandpa's side, we see a couple of combo pieces.
There's a trigger.
Heartfelt,
Start a game I
Angel Wings, Miss
Oh,
Main.
I guess. Yeah. Also,
And a PFF.
Mutations.
Yes, PFF
which
can
has
be
rotted into a trigger.
yeah either.
Trading anyway.
Well, he turned that into a Sorin
I'm choosing
or
pink.
Or Cadence.
a Cadence. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he
Just
however
functional
does
is-
not have the ability
Yep.
to play anything
And then
except for
you
that
have
pink.
your trigger, and I have
Mhm.
my trigger.
He can't play the Angel Wings. He can't.
Orange, and I will draw a card.
And he didn't choose trading tradition.
Okay.
So
Right.
Now I will start the game.
Sounds good.
2 actions, no draws.
he does have redeeming qualities off of
Will-
that extra card, though, and that's good if he can get the
Cadence.
cadence.
A factory jacket mine.
The Pinky
Exhausted
Sense
for
is
an
actually
action.
also
Pass back to you.
nice protection against
2,
any
draw.
rubbers that might show up. Okay, now he can play Angel Wings.
I will play a Pinky Sense.
Okay. Yes, that's right.
And I will pass the turn.
Angel Wings only enables
2
Wonderbolt Trap.
actions, ready. Draw.
Yes, but he can play cards now.
It's true.
And we're about to see 2 cover-to-covers hit play.
Yep. It's gonna have 4 AT. Well, he doesn't even need the extra AT from. He's gonna have a lot of AT generators and some AT left over this
Going
time.
to have 3 AT gens,
Alright,
Meticulous
also
2,
action.
and 2 AT left over. So he could flip his main if he wanted to, but he's not going to want to.
He does not want to.
Actually,
The main phase.
that
of
heat
play.
wave, he might heat
Cover to
wave the
cover
Chrysalis
at home.
and
Ah.
then flip his main anyway.
No exhausted for an action.
This
Mhm.
turn, but next
Right.
turn.
Yeah, that would be a play.
Cover to cover to mine.
Okay.
Exhausted for an action.
Yep.
Pass to you.
2, draw.
Okay. Well, there's a Cadence.
There's Cadence.
Okay.
So he can't play the combo, but aside from the Soren, he has the whole combo. And he can find the Soren with PFF. No, he needs another Miss Main.
He needs
You're
a second Miss Main, yeah. But pretty close.
Pass turn.
I mean, yeah. Realistically speaking, given that
2
his main's
actions.
not flipped,
Ready.
Rarity is essentially a combo piece too.
Yes. Well, he could do it with a Singing
I
Barrel
will
instead of
bottom it.
Rarity at this point.
Second
I suppose so. Yes.
Because Singing Barrel into both
Also put that
blue
to the bottom.
and white, play Angel
card.
Wings, make over Angel Wings into white,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
you have 3 of everything.
That
well,
does do it. Is there any?
I'll head to main phase and
Like-
just exhaust.
Obviously, Grandpa's can't do it now.
Okay,
But
to draw once.
would you want to get Cadence out early if you could?
No, because of Staff into Fernando.
Right. Yes, we talked about that.
Spend 2 for hooves.
Hooves allows him to
Use
start
them.
confronting, which is very
15
important
you
here because
before.
every confront is 3
Um,
less AT that he needs for his combo.
I guess I'll put this there. Square face after the
Yeah,
point.
and on
Sounds
top
good.
makes sense.
Back to you.
Uh,
2.
So since he had the second heat wave, I would have considered flipping my main,
Right.
since he would still have a backup heat wave if a cadence showed up. It's going to be pretty important for M to never go below 3 AT
End of
at
turn.
this point.
Discard Princess Cadence. Pass turn.
90.
Uh,
Okay.
just because that is a heat wave even
2
through a
actions.
cadence.
Correct.
Readies. Meticulous. I don't even have to look. I guess
Because turning off cadence stops the combo right there. I would put that on the bottom if I was M.
I immediately don't like this.
That is the Fernando he set last turn, right?
That is the Fernando, yes.
Right. So put on the bottom, get it back with Oofs anyway.
GP says to remember that comment.
I'm
Bugle.
gonna
I
bottom
don't
it.
know what
And
comment
I'll do my
he's
next Meticulous.
talking about, but apparently I forecast something.
I'll put that on the top
I
and draw it.
may or may not have baited you into
I'll head to main
saying
phase.
something.
Take 3 actions.
Looks good.
Okay. I look forward to seeing what I predicted when I forgot what it was.
I'll use hopes.
Sure.
Not playing
I will
cadence early.
discard my
for
old
the
friend.
Fernando. Okay.
You've come to discard him again.
All right.
Wait for now and
So,
pass back to you, scoring a point in the process.
Yeah, M seems completely uninterested in flipping his main over.
3 AT.
Yeah.
Which,
drawing a
I mean, he doesn't need to. All he would do really is find a Grogar
thinking.
to get him more AT. And does he really need a 4th AT
As
generator?
per usual.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, GP still
Okay.
without. Well, I mean, as we mentioned, he can do
Rush
stuff.
Makeover my main.
Okay, this
Leaning
looks like
blue.
it's going to be the Angel Wings play.
Ooh. I am surprised. Pleasantly.
Yeah, I'm also surprised.
Angel Wings. Okay.
Yep.
Wonderbolt's Wrap to draw?
No response
No.
from me.
No. Makeover for the redeeming qualities.
The Wonderbolt's Wrap. Choosing to draw 2.
Okay. Another Rush Makeover and a Fashion Overload. Which is resource removal if a stick ever does hit the field.
Yeah.
Play Makeover on
Okay.
Angel Wings, naming white.
Right. So
Alright,
this will be redeeming
I think
qualities
if I
then.
want to do something here.
Unless
Doesn't have a white main yet.
that is correct. So he is one.
He does have the rushed makeover.
Right, but that doesn't. Right, he Rush Makeover is his main to white.
So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But Josh thinking about Napcake saying.
Yeah, I'll napcake, sir.
I would napcake
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Just a moment.
The GP does still have 5 AT left. Can he still do it?
He hasn't played a friend, so you can pay
one to
one to draw Angel Wings.
Right, and she
then
is
pay
free.
0 to
card.
play Angel
Play
Wings.
Angel Wings for free.
Mhm.
Rush Makeover on Angel Wings.
Thinking here.
Right. And then Miss Bane costs 0 because he still has the floating Angel Wings trigger.
Miss Bane will cost what?
No, because he.
Oh no, 0 because
No
of rush
response.
makeover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he'll be able to play redeeming qualities.
And Miss Bane will also.
Well, get back to
Okay.
Rush Makeover.
Well, no, I was going to
Choose
say
get back
give
Rush
him
Makeover.
direct.
Would you like to get back anything?
Because now he'll be at 4 white rec. He doesn't
Right.
need to play.
Let me think. It's a fine card. It's
I
not
would
amazing
get back
in this
nap
matchup.
cakes.
Points
honestly.
don't matter to you, though. Almost at all.
I would get back the nap cakes and
I
nap cakes that
somehow
angel
doubt
wings
you're gonna try
again.
to outrun me in this game.
That's
Fine. I'll take
okay.
nap cakes
He's
back.
gonna take it back,
2 points.
but I don't think he's gonna use it right away.
Redeeming qualities.
Right, and this will be Cadence. So, as mentioned, Grandpa's does not share your ideology about putting in,
About
Score face.
Fernandoing.
Yeah.
Cadence.
or at least about being afraid of it.
Angel Wings plus Rush Makeover gave Miss Main free.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how scared I ought to be. Okay, yeah, you can confront.
Okay, confronting for a point. Face off.
I gain an action.
Okay,
You do.
so there's that face-off.
It's a
No.
big
By-
who cares.
Train traditions.
You win by a lot.
Indeed, I do.
He is now at Paul moment. M is actually ouch.
There's the family feud. Okay,
Hand is
well,
fairly small at present.
what to
Well, it
name?
doesn't actually matter if there's a pinky sense in play.
That's a good point.
Thinking.
I mean, it matters in that it like puts the card on top, so it's like denies a draw.
Right.
But it doesn't make
I
the
guess I
cards
might
go
as well
away.
call Rushed Makeover, huh? So I'll do that.
This is
Oh,
my
right.
hand.
Yeah, he knew.
Okay, let me
good
write
call.
that down.
Now he is going to see. Well, obviously, with Cadence in play, Grandpa's Rex are all good.
Mhm.
So long as Cadence is in play, he doesn't have to worry about that. So Heartfelt,
Spooky.
and then
Okay.
2 pinkies that turn
I will
into
put Rush Makeover back on.
other cards. He's most of
Yes,
the way
I'll put Rush
there.
Makeover back on top of my deck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is going to be short AT
That is how that
for
works.
now. Doesn't need to
Sure is.
wait a few turns to bank up some
Pass
AT.
It's let's see, 3 for
Okay.
3, 4, 5,
Reactions.
6, or
Some
3,
readies.
4, 5. I think he only needs 2 turns worth of AT. Because those
Meticulous
PFFs
the
each cost
first.
1.
Right.
Put that on the bottom.
There's 3, 4,
Meticulous the
5.
second.
And then 1 for the Soren.
1 for the
That
Soren.
on the bottom.
And then
And
you do need to play a
draw.
miss
Oh, you
thing.
just need to play the. Yes, so you're right.
Right,
It
and
would be
you
3 turns.
yeah, and you do still need to find a second. No, right. No, and then the second PFF is the second miss main. Yeah, so
Unfortunately, though, what
To
is
main
going to
phase.
happen if he
Take
tries to go off
reactions.
Sure.
is he will pay 3 for Heartfelt, and then Cadence will get
heat waved.
heat waved.
They draw once.
It is well worth paying the 3 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do one
Yeah,
more.
especially as well.
Okay.
Heat wave is the combo piece that PFF cannot search for. So if you get rid of, well, I mean, you can miss main it back, I guess.
Do you mean
Sorry, Heartfelt.
Heartfelt? Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, flipping the vote there was not great because now
One more.
GP knows he has a vote on the bottom of his deck.
I will head to
where
end
he
of
would
turn.
much rather have one in his hand right now.
Wait.
Correct. Yeah. The vote, for those unaware, would be
Might
played
take
in the
that back.
mode that stops the opponent from playing events this turn, in a pretty much identical role to what EA Council did last game.
In this particular matchup, there is no difference. Yes. M does not have any.
Yeah, first I'm
he
going to
could
spend 2.
exhaust a factory jack, but that's it really.
Okay.
Realistically, anyway.
All right.
I would not play that grubber here. Not with the.
Then I'm
pinky
going to head
sense.
to end of turn.
There you go.
Um,
That seems better.
discard that nap cakes
Sure.
and a miss main.
Sure.
I respect the
Back
nap
to you.
cakes discard
Okay.
here
3
because
draw.
he still has a nap cakes, and this is getting
What
rid
a
of the
surprise.
knowledge
Oh,
that
good card.
Mhm.
the certainty. Like, sure, GP might go, maybe he discarded
could
a
have
nap
seen
cakes
this
and
coming?
still has one.
Pass
But he
turn.
also might have gone, I guess he didn't
Okay,
actually need
yours
that.
was shorter.
Right.
3 actions.
Yeah,
Readies.
his turn was much shorter. I
Meticulous
agree.
1. That to the bottom. Meticulous 1. Put that to the bottom. Looking
Now-
for one card.
yeah.
All right. Blind draw.
He is looking for a Staff of Sakonis.
Pretty much, yeah. Tempest
We'll
is,
head to
well,
the main
obviously
phase.
useless
Main
at the
phase is
moment.
good.
3 actions.
So many ats.
Potentially useful if Grandpa's does flip his main over.
Yeah, but
We'll pick to
that's
draw.
not. I would play that.
Mhm.
Again.
That's a second miss main.
Second Miss Main, yeah,
Going to
okay.
spend 2 to use Mist Main.
Sure.
Okay. Looking to mill some combo pieces
So we'll
here.
each mill 3, and you'll put Miss Main back.
Well, there's a vote gone.
There's a vote
Pretty good.
and a heartfelt. That's a very good.
Oh,
That no, milling the staff is
yeah.
exactly what he wanted here.
Oh, that's right. Yes. He can just get it back with a
So
Miss Main.
many of the matches in the last part of this tournament have been intense bouts of absolutely silent thinking.
We,
yeah,
It is-
yeah. We don't see that on stream because
Does
I
seem
cut
to be
those
the
all
case.
out, but it's true. There's been some long gaps.
All right, this is really
If you've
bad,
been
and
watching the
I hate it,
timer,
but,
You've
I
seen
say
some
maybe.
big time jumps in this match already.
3 for Heatwave.
Sure, I'll draw a card. Who are you choosing with Heatwave?
I'm gonna take away Cadence's ability.
Okay.
And the Exhauster. Who cares?
yeah. No one
Drawing
cares
card.
about the exhaust there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Preemptive Heat Wave to enable himself to play cards.
Right. And
You
he
may now
still
play
has a
cards.
heat wave in an
It's
emergency
beautiful.
situation.
1 for a barrel into white.
Okay.
Okay, barrel to white.
Turn barrel to hand, as is tradition.
Uh-huh.
Pay 3 for Miss Main. There's no other white cards in that deck.
But you don't have the white rack for Miss Main.
He just barreled into white.
But his main's not flipped.
Oh, right.
2 to flip.
Well, I guess it's flipped
Okay.
now.
Right, okay. I suppose
Pulling.
that's fair.
Helping himself.
Okay. I will flip my main.
What color do
And
you
choose
choose
white.
here?
Yeah, he chose
Apparently white.
white. That's the canonical choice.
Just helping himself for an action.
So
Okay.
now he can play Miss Main to get that stick back.
Now he can play Miss Main, yes.
Get the stick back and to play
Use
it
Miss Main.
and... Well, I guess...
Okay.
yeah,
What are
he
you choosing
can
to get
he
back?
can still exhaust
I
hooves
am
to
choosing
get
stick.
Okay.
Fernando on top of his
Choose-
deck.
I will choose.
I would choose the heartfelt.
Yeah, that would make sense.
We'll choose the vote.
The vote.
Also a good choice, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a clear message of intent on Grandpa's
2.
side.
Cover to cover.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. He still has enough AT to do the whole thing.
This is
Just different action.
he no longer needs to hold on to 3 AT
1.
since he knows that the vote will hit play
Temp.
anyway.
Okay.
Troublemaker, who
Looks
knows
like
what it could
M is
be.
taking a
knows
different
indeed.
path here.
Okay.
If you
And
missed, he
then
did
I'm going to spend 1 to Napcake's Mist Main.
have a slip of the
Yours, not
tongue
mine.
there.
Sure.
He said, "I'm gonna play 1 to play a Tempest, basically, instead of a troublemaker."
And back to you.
Okay. Gaining
It's fine.
readying cards. Not that one. Drawing for turn.
Okay. So
Gasp.
Miss Main.
Find that Miss Main. Yep.
Intense mathematics from Grandpa's incoming, which is gonna get cut out by the stream. But yeah, this is time to do some counting.
He doesn't have enough. We already did.
Give
the
me a
math.
moment, if
Right.
you would, please.
Of course.
It would
Okay.
cost 1 for the vote, 2, 3, and then 6 for heartfelt. Yeah, okay, doesn't have enough.
He doesn't need to play the vote anymore.
That's
That's
right, I suppose. Yes.
All right.
But he does still
The
need
man has
8 AT.
decided he won't win today. By today, I mean this turn. Very well might win next turn, which is still today. Okay, readies. I already got my 3 actions. First, Meticulous. Put that on the bottom. Second, Meticulous.
Okay.
Put that on the bottom.
So
Third, Meticulous.
this turn you have to get rid of the
Put that on
cadence,
the
right?
bottom. Blind
Yes.
draw.
There's that staff that he paid 3 additional
Troublemaker
for.
phase. It's the thing I said it was on accident. I'll choose your main.
Sure.
All right, I'll head to my main phase.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is that
That's
yeah? It's 5
5
AT
cards.
generators.
5 action.
For 5 action tokens.
Feels good, doesn't it?
2 to play the Staff of
Okay.
Sacanis.
There's the stick.
I will draw a card.
Yep, drawing a card seems pretty good here. Ooh,
Let me think for a moment.
Rarity.
I would play that immediately. 1 AT.
So
My opponent has signaled strongly that he is
Okay,
going to
that's fine.
Fernando my
yeah.
cadence.
I will.
Well, Grandfather's does not.
Use hooves.
You got it.
Like, yeah, he is opting for a different
Just a moment.
way of doing it.
GP says
Okay,
not playing
hooves is fine.
immediately. Watch this turn play out.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
I know
Hold
what's
on to use
coming,
Stick.
and it's real
Will
good.
target cadence.
Okay, before flips.
He plays it right
Okay.
now after the face-off has already started,
Rarity Soprano for 1, choosing you.
and M draws a card from
He
rarity.
He draws the Fernando.
I'm going to choose Staff of Sacanis.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Very nicely done, sir.
Thank you. This other's going to go back in your hand now.
And then he's going to flip Fernando anyway. I'm calling it right now.
Let me think if I would like to do anything else before flips here.
Calling it right now. He's
I
flipping
do
Fernando
not
anyway.
believe so. Ready to
Would be somewhat salt-inducing. No.
Okay, no.
So currently, you are winning in the face-off at 8 versus my 6, correct?
But only, by the 2.
Passion overload.
Sounds good.
There goes the others. Yeah.
Let me think.
Yeah. So, do you
Okay, yeah, I'll
play
just
Miss
let
Fane
you
to
win
get
it.
staff
Okay.
back again?
Yeah, it's a valid
I'll play
play, I
one.
guess.
To play a troublemaker at mine.
I'll draw a card.
That's a grubber,
No.
which means something now that Pinky Sense is not in play
Right.
anymore.
Pinky Sense
Okay,
is
I
gone.
will pass back to you.
Okay. Start of my turn.
That
Gain 3
was
action tokens.
pretty good,
Ready
yeah.
cards.
I should
I'm
have
gonna go
seen
ahead
that
and
Soprano thing
use
coming.
this
I've done the
opportunity
exact
to
same
heat
thing
wave.
before.
Oh, really?
I'm going to take
That's going
cadences.
to cost you 2
Oh,
actions.
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Cadence's ability. I don't know
So
that
M
the
is just
exhaust matters at all.
I would
preemptively.
exhaust
I
cadence.
guess I'll hit rarity.
Sure. I'll draw a card for Cadence's trigger.
Preemptive heat wave.
Then I'll draw a card for turn.
Because this, yeah. Well, it's going to delay Grandpa's to essentially
I will
have
spend-
to wait
Um,
until that grubber comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
I will
Grandpa's-
spend my turn doing nothing.
Okay, yeah, passes.
Okay,
And
fair enough.
Well, he
At
will
end
have
of
to
turn.
discard some cards here.
I will
Yeah.
discard.
This is a very tough choice on him. I think he discard a
Singing
PFF.
Barrel.
I
And
don't know about that. He doesn't have yellow for Shoeshine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
mean,
Pass.
if one of those PFFs is turning into a
Okay.
Sorin, then it
3
doesn't matter.
actions.
True.
Readies. Meticulous.
So this grubber is going to turn up, as
Second.
GP has already told us in chat. It's going to hit Heartfell. That is the obvious
Yes.
choice.
Which is why I'm surprised he discarded the Mistbane, because I would think you would keep the Mistbane
So
to
put
get
that
back
at
the
the
Heartfell.
Third Meticulous. Put that on the top. First time in a while.
There you go.
Oh,
No.
hey.
Draw it.
Keyway, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Troublemaker phase.
Sure.
The Grubman.
The Grubman it is.
Okay. So Grandpa's did tell us in chat that he could get the shoe shine into play with a heartfelt trigger, which is fair enough.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. I think you have to choose heartfelt here.
It's the one combo piece that isn't super easy to get back.
Well, it is
Well,
because of the mismain.
Gotta go
Mismain.
for
Yeah.
Heartfelt Apology.
Okay.
But even so, that's
And hope for some good luck.
that is a mismain trigger that is being used, well, not to get mismain back. Like it,
Sure.
it makes the combo math a lot more complicated, I guess.
Sure.
Okay,
I'm
pay 2
just
my main
saying.
phase.
Go for it.
He had the
2,
opportunity.
3, 4.
But I'm guessing
5
he
exhausts
didn't
for
call
5
that was a
actions.
grubber, which is why he discarded the mismain.
I'll pay to draw.
He
Okay.
must have thought that was the other Grogar.
Could have been. Yeah.
Do that
Well,
one more time.
Josh just drew the other
But
Grogar.
Cheeky does point out that
Two
if he's going to play a PFF to
to move
find the
Tempest.
mismain, he can just use that mismain
Okay.
to get back heartfelt. But then he's not getting back mismain.
Not much of a plan, but
I don't know.
not a plan.
True.
Combo complicated.
Yeah.
I will just head to score phase.
Okay.
Get a point. Discard that to hand limit.
Which I'll freely admit that,
Back
like,
to you.
as the spectator of this match at this time, this was
Huge
kind of the most
reaction
exciting part for me
Redeem
because
card.
it was all just
Drawing a card.
thinking about all these various lines. Like it's clear that Grandpa's is pretty much right on the brink of being able to do his combo.
Right. Yeah. So I've not been paying attention to the timer, but we're down to an hour and 11 minutes left.
Same phase.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure we had like 2 hours going into this.
Yeah. As I said, there may or may not have been some amount of silence cut.
Yeah. We definitely haven't seen the whole thing, but that's a
Vote.
lot more time than I thought.
You cannot
Okay.
play
Boy,
against this turn.
okay.
Okay, playing the vote.
Sounds
That
good.
means
I assume that means you've got it.
M
if my
said it
math
right
is right.
there. We assume
But it's been
Very
wrong.
nice.
It's been wrong before. So
Yeah.
let's not get
it's
too
true.
ahead of
In the
ourselves.
very first match he played versus was that Smithers? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He was 1 AT short. Let's see if he's got it.
Grabbing mismatch.
Okay. Mismatch. So you do still like
Okay.
the 3 AT to play Heartfelt is
PFF.
inviolable. You need that for sure. The
Find another
Grabbing
mismain.
Angel Wing.
okay.
Now I'll shuffle.
Angel Wings
Shuffle. Smithers, that's for you.
is
He called me out on that last time.
let me
Maybe
see.
I'm forgetting.
Because this mismain needs to hit
Rushed Makeover.
heartfelt.
Cadence.
Okay.
Naming yellow.
Okay, rush to yellow. Okay, that's your shoe shine into play.
Right.
Play Shoe Shine for free.
So yeah, you need to. The only cards you need to play right now are Heartfelt and Mistmane. But that Mistmane.
One action token. Play Angel Wings.
But yeah, you can only get one of them back.
Retire my Angel Wings at home. Move Shoe Shine. Power counter.
I
Play-
don't think this is
Yeah.
it.
Mistmane for
Mistmane
Heartfelt.
here for free. Stacking the Angel Wings discount plus Cadence.
But yeah, you have no way to get
no,
back.
you
I will
pay
choose
2 to get
Heartfelt
back.
Apology.
Yeah, he has enough.
Um,
No, he doesn't have enough.
No, because you have no
think-
floating discount.
Just in case your math is wrong, I might as well take stick.
You have no floating Angel Wings discount, so you have to pay 2 for that
It
Mistmane.
sure doesn't look wrong.
Right.
Okay, Heartfelt.
Yeah.
There's Heartfelt.
Yeah, I think he needed to find the third mismain.
Is that correct?
And yeah, as Grandpa points out in the chat, this is where he realized that he had made a mistake. which, as we said earlier, combo math hard.
Yeah, combo math hard. This is also a deck that was new for the Invitational, so these are the first matches that it's had to be played in a tournament. So it makes sense that combo math would be slightly off.
It was wrong.
During the tournament
No
because
Miss Main in hand.
people haven't had the opportunity to
Miss
fully
Main in
practice
hand.
this
Okay,
deck.
interesting.
This thing, I
Uh,
think the problem
GP
is sitting there in just silence, knowing your opponent is like, "Come on, do something."
It's a tough one. If the game isn't ending right now, you have 2 more points because of the Miss Main.
Correct. You are indeed correct.
I'm not that close to winning here, so not all is lost.
True.
And it's not wrong.
This is true.
We are entering into, I don't know if anyone's familiar with football. Basically, that sort of period where the play is broken and no one really knows what's going on anymore, but they're still playing on. That
retire
post-combo
PFF
window of combo decks.
move Shoeshine here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is I respect that M is saying, okay, I think I've lost, but I need you to prove it to me.
Mhm.
You don't concede until the opponent has proven their combo to you.
Yep.
Which is why
And I'm going to pass the turn.
Yeah. See, now he passes
enough.
the turn. He did not play the heartfelt, which is very important.
Ready?
Because if he had played the
4
heartfelt,
actions.
he would just be out the heartfelt.
If you win from here, it's very impressive. So that's the upside.
True.
And, I mean, yeah, as long as Cadence stays in play.
Well, Cadence is not
second
staying in play.
Meticulous.
Well, yeah, Cadence is not staying in play. If Cadence stayed in play, he very well might be able to just win next turn.
No Utopia. The Captain Jacks are not in the deck. They've
Put
been
that on the bottom
sideboarded.
as well.
Yeah, and as we said at the start of the match,
Keep that.
this
Up
situation
front.
is not one that you would have predicted to happen in the game, so it
Troublemaker
makes sense to
phase.
get rid of the Catajack.
Nothing happens. Then I'll go to main phase.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
5 of these.
Yeah, I called a lot of nothing happening, and instead a lot of things
Hooves.
happened on GP's side
Okay.
of the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so stick will be played.
Yep, play the staff. Did
2 for a
GP?
stick.
Oh, right.
I will draw
The
a
staff
card.
hasn't hit play yet.
Sounds good.
Now you draw a card. Is it Soprano?
I will spend 1 and use the stick targeting Cadence.
Spending 1, using the stick, targeting Cadence.
Right.
Sure. That's fine.
Grandpa's does have 2 more cadences and a
I guess
redeeming
now I
qualities in
forget
hand.
I wanted to do
Right,
something
yeah.
pre-flip.
But still, that's
I don't think
more
so.
investment.
Losing the
Okay, I
vote
don't.
here is pretty big, though.
Are you ready to flip?
Let's flip.
Mhm. We know one of
I
them's.
Surprise.
I wouldn't have flipped. I would have eaten.
Yeah.
Cadence is retired.
I would have eaten Cadence to shoe
She's
shine.
gone.
Good thing for me, this deck of yours has no recursion.
Definitely not.
It's a fair
Okay,
point.
well,
yeah.
I can play
Get
cards.
yourself a +1
so that's
counter.
nice.
No. Beat up that Grogar.
All right, yeah.
Like
2 actions. No. Wow, I'm not good at this. That's what we've learned today.
We've learned math
Okay,
is
yeah.
hard. Math is hard under stressful situations.
Yeah. 2 actions. I'm gonna try the Miss Main thing again. Putting this in my
Okay.
hand. We both call 3.
Sure.
Change wings, party. Okay, nice. Happy
Yeah.
to see
Okay.
that.
I think I'm pretty okay with that if I'm GP.
Yeah, frankly, he's not going to play party of 1 on this board.
No.
Not really have an opinion on yours. Those are pretty whatever.
Okay, so if you're M,
We're down to an hour.
that's true. Yes. It has been some time.
2 for a factory jacket mine. I mean yours.
Yeah.
Yep,
If you're
that's fine.
M, you are
Exhausted for an
well, yeah.
action.
With this many AT gens on the field,
All right, 1
you're into your
for a troublemaker at mine.
banking phase, I think,
Okay.
of this combo.
I think he's also intending to try and beat that Grogar for 2 points. 'Cause that would
yes.
save him some time.
The one that he just played there.
Then I'm just going
The one
to
that he just played, yes.
He does have a main with a staff. 3-7, pretty fair
front
chances.
family feud.
Well, and he'll have 3 friends to
Pass
send
back to you.
home, but he doesn't.
Okay. Gain 4 per turn. Nice. Well, we already were last turn, but still. 4 action
Well,
tokens. Draw a card,
M
ready?
did. You
Draw a
didn't.
card.
Okay, there's a vote.
There's a lot more
Okay,
points scored
Let's
this
challenge
game.
Grogar helping himself.
Yeah, that is the
Okay.
one card that I would have
will
wanted to draw, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
lay napcakes.
I would play Napcakes on Miss Main.
Targeting
Absolutely.
Mistmain.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Ready to flip?
pretty
Yes, I am.
unfortunate.
Okay, so we are currently
I
tied.
think
Right?
I'm up by 2.
Oh, right, that's right. Miss Main is now gone.
yeah.
That
Right.
is
I would
correct.
move Shoeshine over. Get rid of a PFF.
How do we feel about this?
Yeah. Get yourself a point. Get rid of an
Lukewarm?
action token generator.
Lukewarm is a pretty good description, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
No. Can pause as
No?
it happened.
Okay.
Face offense.
Okay.
The point was less relevant, but
I
not
have to think about
irrelevant
it,
now that this
unfortunately.
game might go to time.
It would be a long time coming to. I mean, I guess we've covered an hour already, but
I'm going to do something dumb. And I'm
don't
going to
know if this is going to go to
preemptively
time.
play Apple Delivery here to give
Okay.
everyone persistent.
Okay. Everyone has persistence.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's thinking about the
Very
party of
likely
one.
meaningless.
Yes.
Okay, go to main phase.
Sounds good.
I will
Not even challenging Grubber.
spend
Interesting.
I will spend
I think you pay
no action
1
token.
to draw.
However, I will
Looks like looking at Shoeshine.
Maybe you pay 2 to get back Miss
retire
Main.
PFF
Okay.
to move Shoeshine here.
Get away from the potential Grubber. Makes sense.
Grogar, yeah.
Grogar, right. Keeps him at 3 blue rec as well.
Yes,
Well,
that's important.
2, I guess only 2 matters to play Cadence from hand.
Right. Presumably that Shoeshine's getting frightened next
Okay.
turn, though.
Pastor.
From staff.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Maybe.
4 actions.
She's currently 4 and
Ready.
has 2 frightened friends that she can eat.
Yeah, that's a fair point, I
Meticulous.
guess. Yeah.
The first. That on the bottom.
But
Second.
yeah, if he was going to move that Shoeshine, I think he should have
During the troublemaker phase, yeah.
not done during the Trollmaker phase. Yeah. Oh well. GP's considering other things at the moment. He wasn't thinking that for that particular line of play. We're down to 50
That on the bottom
minutes.
as well. Third.
This game could go to
Bottom.
time.
Blank
Yeah,
draw.
okay. This is feasible. Second Miss
Okay.
Main for
Okay, there's the second Miss
Troublemaker
Main.
phase. To Spook Man.
Grogar.
Exhaust gain 4 up to 13.
I will go ahead and fight him.
Oh yeah, try and fight first. Obviously.
Sure. 6 versus 7.
2 points. Pretty big
Here we
right now.
He
Alright,
loses
that's a
though.
loss.
Yeah. Which is, as you mentioned, totally fine.
You just send cover to cover home.
Move the Mist Main home.
Or Miss Main, I guess.
Either one works, I guess. I mean, they're both frightened, obviously, but in some hypothetical future, it may be better to have the cover-to-cover there in case the prepared ever becomes relevant.
Well, I was thinking the power was more
Okay, I'll
relevant.
get some
than the,
actions.
Yeah, fairly also true.
Actions are nice.
you got another 2 to gain there if you want there, Af.
If he wants.
Well, I think you're going to exhaust the factory jack, of course.
I mean, yeah, you're not confronting Roe Breakfast anytime soon.
Well,
well,
plus
actually-
stubborn.
2 to rally votes.
Right, that's a fair point.
Okay.
I mean, actually, all he has to do is move his main over
Use
to
him.
confront Royal Breakfast.
I think he wants to beat up Grogar rather than confront.
We'll use the stick on Shoeshine.
Thinking.
That was not a Fernando, but it is going to be a. He did set his deck,
Okay.
so
Stick on Shoeshine.
he is likely to win, even if Shoeshine.
Eats
Just a
the
big
stock.
number.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at 13 versus my 7 currently.
Yeah, even if he
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
retires both.
So he does lose the wreck, but he has a rushed makeover in hand, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it means he has to pay 2 to get back Shoeshine, the retire outlet.
Mm-hmm. So the path's starting to get
Use
narrower.
this for an action.
Yeah. I'm also like,
It'd be really nice if I were closer to winning.
I think you're both thinking that, yeah.
I'm going to use
Like,
Grogar's
M
ability.
can't concede,
Obviously.
but GP could
Fail the
concede to
search.
try and have more time in the last match here.
It's a fair
But
point.
GP also knows that he's like been half a step away from victory for like 5 turns now. So I understand why he hasn't conceded.
Mhm.
But
for a
he
glimmer.
must have been thinking about it by this point.
Right.
Oh,
s-
he made Grogar go away.
I'll go to
He,
score
uh,
phase.
Okay.
Yeah, he banished
down my
and
future point.
failed to find.
Take an action. Back to you.
Right, so 7 points.
Gain 4.
He needs 8
Ready
more
cards, draw.
points. Sorry, he needs 8 more points to win. Which is 24 AT.
Fronts for 1.
Right.
Okay,
So that's
So he needs
21.
21 AT.
pass turn.
Yes.
He has it in 2 turns.
4 actions. Readies. I guess now it's a question of if I can win. If I can't, I deserve sadness in life. First Meticulous, I will bottom that. Second Meticulous, I'll put this on the top.
Right.
And then draw it. Okay.
How are you going to get, or are you just going to play it, I guess?
I will start with these 4 actions.
The
Okay.
actions. Yep.
16. Right. If you can DFO, then
Click
there's enough
barrel.
points to
Into white.
Sure.
to win. This turn.
Sure, but a single Miss Vein isn't really enough
for
to
Mistmane.
make that happen.
Nothing.
He would have to pay the extra 2 to
I
move
will
Main.
maybe get something.
Okay.
No, first this Mistmane goes back there.
Oh, but if
yeah, I'll
GP gets
just
a
put Mistmane
card
back.
back, then that's 1 less that he needs.
I guess I don't know.
I don't think I would at this point.
3 for another Mistmane.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's got 3 clean. No, wait.
No,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mistmane
He's
back.
good because he has 3 clean Mistmanes left.
I'll exhaust this for an action.
Wait. Rogar.
He needs to pay 2 to move.
2 to move.
3
You're
for
right.
Mistmane.
Okay.
And you
the
can't
Mistmane
exhaust
back.
the Glimmer.
Yeah.
3 for Mistmane.
Can he get back something else off the last Mistmane?
Taking a heat wave.
Okay.
I will spend 2.
Oh,
To move Tempest.
oh,
Yep.
right.
Oh, that's a 2 bonus.
I'll attempt to consult Family Feud.
You got it. GG.
And,
I
okay,
forgot that
sorry.
was a 2 bonus.
I
this whole
was
time.
so worried about heartfelt apology because like it can just do so much if I try to go off.
Well, you kept it out of my hand long enough. And given that you brought back the Napcakes with hooves off the bottom of your deck last, I knew if I tried to unfrighten any one of my friends,
Yep.
you'd Napcakes at the most relevant opportune.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So we now have 35 minutes left into this last match.
Yeah, basically a Swiss round.
Yes. Basically a Swiss round. Okay. I think that means we're going to see less thinking.
That would be the assumption, yeah.
Not zero thinking, but less thinking. So
Yeah.
M
Now-
has 2 aggro decks left.
Yes, his
But
Luna deck and
GP
Adventure, and
GP has a Reanimator, which is slower than aggro, and Control, which is much slower than aggro. So GP is not favored at the moment. But 35 minutes is enough time to play a game. As we have learned, it just means
Mhm.
he has to play at a reasonable, normal pace.
yeah, he would prefer that it be core, because Reanimator has a better chance against aggro in a Swiss round. And good news for him, it was core.
It was core.
So yes, it will be Reanimator versus Fluttershy Blue. A deck of M's that we actually haven't seen the whole tournament so far.
Well, we've only yes, because we have seen the Bluna. The Bluna came out against me.
So
Which Fluttershy is this? Is this Nurturing Nature?
this is Nurturing Nature, yeah.
Right. So this is not the blue yellow that we've been seeing for the past 2 years. This is a different yellow blue.
I suppose so, yeah. But yes, here it is. Given that we're in Swiss, and time is short in general, I kind of assume that it is score as fast as you can for both sides, basically.
Yep. Bunyip will help with that. Nurturing Nature is so. The advantage of Nurturing Nature is she's the more consistent main, especially against Reanimator, who has Luna to stop movement. Fluttershy can just sit at home and still confront. Though if Limestone hits play, she's a bit sadder. Limestone stops
Tis true, yes.
that. We on the flip side though, yellow has always historically been the best color to play against Reanimator because its form of removal puts the cards in hand,
Which
is exactly where Reanimator does not want its friends.
correct. In the discard pile or in play, both great. In hand, no.
Like the worst place would be like on the bottom of the deck, or I guess banished is technically the worst place, but still, yellow's removal is typically cheaper than banish, so it's still very effective against Reanimator.
Yep. And this deck's got obviously both Unsatisfactory Work and Yona, the two big back to hand cards.
Does not, however, or does it? No, yeah, it does. It does have 2 Sanctuary Scuffles as well.
Yes.
Which is real big against Reanimator, because you just say 3 or more, and Reanimator says that was everything important.
Yep. You even don't bounce back the cards that Reanimator wants to play again, like Orchard Blossom.
It doesn't bounce the Orchard Blossom. Or the Mistmane, which is also pretty, like, I would like that in my hand as well. So yeah, that Sanctuary Scuffle is pretty big if M can draw it. Especially since like the only things of his own that he would bounce are Loyal Sea Pony and Swinging Wonders, which he is perfectly okay with being in his hand.
Yep.
So, yeah, the Sanctuary Scuffle would be pretty big if he draws one. To the point where I might mull for one if I was him.
I mean that's a thought, certainly. Don't know if he did or not. It's fair enough. He does have a pretty consistent start, regardless. Got a lot of ways to get going.
Right. Yeah.
Whether it be
Like keeping a hand that has entry also makes a lot of sense. Like I would probably keep a hand that had entry and also Philly Racers.
all right,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
going up against that is going to be well, it's Reanimator. We've seen it a number of
Yeah.
times.
It took second place at Continentals. This build is slightly different.
hmm
I think it only has one school shutdown, for example.
That is correct. Yes.
And the Zomponies came back. I would say those are the 4 most important cards for sure.
Yep.
Maybe the honorary mention would go to Golden Parachute.
It's a fair point. Yeah. As we were talking about yellow. Well, yeah, the removal is significant.
Yeah, like it's still removal.
But yeah, those are the 2 best alicorns at the anti-aggro matchup. Cadence and Luna.
Yep.
Luna in particular against blue of any kind.
Yes. Though again, not against Fluttershy specifically.
True. Yes. And as Grandpa has pointed out already in the chat, he is going first, which is pretty significant playing Reanimator.
Yes.
As you are going to be passing the first 2 turns almost as a rule.
Right.
So, or at least the less the opponent gets to do before one of your alicorns hits the field, the better.
The better. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. He taking out Necessity makes sense. Yeah, I understand this sideboard. Mysterious Disappearance is only important against staff.
Mhm.
So going down to 2 makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. This really what it comes down to here is how fast can M be? Can
Yep.
he get enough points to where he has inevitability despite the so-called tricorn lock that GP loves to point out every time he gets it. Which for good reason. It's very effective.
Yeah.
Once you have that thing, your opponent kind of so costs extra to move. I have to rally things probably. Anything I play makes my opponent draw cards.
Mhm.
Like
Costs extra
also
to play events.
costs extra to play events. I can't frighten anything, and everything is huge. So yeah, if you get a pinky out as well, you're just slowly losing ground. Even more effectively than Luna, who just frightens the thing. So yeah,
Right.
that's really where we are. How fast can M be is the question
Who do you think has the edge?
here. Ooh.
Keep in mind that the unfavored player has won both games so far.
I suppose that's true. I think I have to give it to the yellow player because he has the 2 Sanctuary Scuffles here. If he didn't have the Sanctuary Scuffles, I think I would favor Reanimator. But a single Sanctuary Scuffle basically says, I've undone everything you have accomplished up until this point.
Yeah, that in a matchup that's going to be all about tempo and momentum. Yeah, resetting your opponent's board and not touching your own. would be a huge play.
Right. But I'm hoping GP wins.
Obviously.
Because I want to see another match.
Of
Right?
course.
Right, everyone at
Who
home?
doesn't want more pony cards? More
We
Invitational.
need, which would be funny because I believe the set release, set 13, Fond Memories, is scheduled for next Friday. So this would be like absolutely for sure the last set or the last group
Event.
of games
Yeah.
with assuming GP wins. I mean, it would be for sure the last games without Fond Memory cards. So it would be a fitting send-off to do it next week. No offense to M, just want more pony cards.
Absolutely. Okay, shall we?
Yeah, let's get this going. I think everyone is on the edge of their seats here.
I will be mulliganing.
I will keep.
Okay.
I would have mulled that too.
Mhm.
I get why he keeps this. He has a Yona,
Okay.
and an unsat. That's a really good hand.
Here we go.
Yona, unset,
Naming white.
entry. Way to flip.
2 action tokens, bank, and pass.
Works pretty well.
Right. 2 actions.
Grandpa's on the
Draw.
mull, meanwhile. Well, he has a
That hand
catchy song.
Draw.
Bad.
Alright, drawing feels much better.
Well,
Pass.
I mean, he needs to use three changelings to play a catchy song.
2
at the
I
moment.
actions.
guess. Yeah.
Draw.
Be a highly unconventional opening.
Staff is. Yeah, would you rather have the blue wreck here or the staff?
Hmm.
I think I would rather have the blue wreck.
Fluttershy.
Because it lets.
Actually, I think he's thinking about
2 for
the other
Chanterlot
option.
citizens
Oh.
at home. I will use them.
Fair
at
enough.
Buckball
Fair
and
enough.
confront.
Sure, seems fine.
Back to you.
2, draw.
Keep his options open. Yeah.
Okay.
6 AT is, but no. What's her name to be seen? Orchard Blossom. Yeah.
Right.
Or a Rush Makeover. You need both, I believe.
You do need them both if you're not flipping your main at some point in there.
Also, no Clueshtown, which could,
Mhm.
at the very least, give him a flip. Yeah, I think you pass turn here.
I will bank and pass.
Grandpa's agrees.
2 actions. Ready. Draw.
Okay.
Same thing as last turn. Back to you.
Sure thing.
Right.
And 3, draw.
Yeah. M is saving up for the double.
Right.
9. Can you do it with 9? You need... Okay, if you want to play catchy song, you need pink, you need yellow, and you need another white.
Right.
You have a speech, but that doesn't really
Can only
help.
get- Well, I mean, it gives him...
If he flips his main over, then speech helps.
Yes.
Spend 2 action tokens. Discard.
At least he has plenty of
It is
discard
cheaper
fuel.
to- It
And-
makes it cheaper to flip the main as well.
Yes, that's true.
Which actually makes sense for why M would not play a blue friend here. Because that would also make it cheaper.
Good point. Good point.
To make a changeling token.
Okay. This will be
Changeling
pink?
token will go here.
Pink or
It will
yellow?
I think pink.
Pink. Let me just think for a brief moment on what the heck pink means, because that's not usual. I've concluded I have no idea. Continue.
Okay. I will-
Speech into yellow?
Speech to yellow and flip would be the way to do it, yeah.
Right. And then get unsat.
Spend 1 action token to play motivational speech. Naming yellow.
Okay.
I think you unsat here.
I'm going to use unsatisfactory work on the changeling.
Sure thing.
Okay.
I think he figured out what pink and yellow means.
Let me see here. Right.
I will pay 2.
Okay. If he's going to make another change.
Perhaps I won't.
Making
That's
another
not an
changeling makes sense. You discard Luna and Parachute.
Right. But you wouldn't have enough AT to get one of them into play.
You're right. You're right, because it's still 3 to flip with 3 colors in play.
Okay.
So that would
That's
be
fine.
1 short.
Pass turn.
So he is just going to pass.
Okay.
Do it next turn.
3 actions ready. Draw.
Yeah.
4 AT.
I don't think you do anything, honestly. You want to be able to make sure that Yona can confront. And with
Yeah.
2 Yonas, even, like, you might just go Yona, even if you have 1 trick.
Mhm.
Do you have 2?
I will continue to sit on my hands.
Yeah, and you
I'll
still
take
don't want
point,
to play
and
blue.
back to you.
3 AT. Draw.
Right now, it's looking bad for GP at the moment.
Okay.
Make that
Spend
changeling.
2. Discarding
Parachute and Captain Jack.
Golden Parachute and Luna
Half right.
No.
to make a changeling token.
Okay. Pink changeling. 3 to flip the
Over
main.
Here.
I guess you can.
Who will be pink again?
Yes, you can play both the catchy songs.
With 3 to flip, yes.
I will pay 3 action tokens to flip my main.
Yep.
Which is good, except for the 2 Yonas. And
Double Yona.
Play In My Head Like a Catchy Song.
Okay.
I
will
think
put
you get.
Cadence into
I was gonna say
cost
Luna.
2.
well, you can get Luna with the second one.
Play In My Head Like a Catchy Song.
Ooh, fancy.
Luna into play. Here.
Okay, that is a DFO.
Exhaust Luna.
Well,
Frighten Cantor.
We're going to scare the citizens first, for sure.
Right.
Score
Yes. But yes, that
Yep,
will
you're good for both.
be 2 confronts.
Counter on the main.
Keeps it close.
I'm
going to use a die.
I don't think this is very close at all, knowing that the 2.
Well,
Point
yes,
total,
yes.
sure.
Without knowing the hands, he keeps the score totals
Ooh, very nice.
close.
Some
free
luck right there.
Brian.
I guess not outrageously meaningful, but I like it.
Still useful.
That Brian is actually
I'll
pretty
still get
good
the point.
because it gives him the
Mhm.
4 rec for Yona now.
Right. Yes.
Lacking and concern.
Okay.
That's a good
Easy
one
to
for you.
confront problems.
Is
That lets him
All right, pass the
DFO and put
okay.
both strike
3
cards in here.
actions. Draw.
Does he?
He
Well,
would have
right.
to pay 2
Right.
damage.
With 7 AT. Yes.
I just gotta
Yeah.
do what I can do.
Both
Bet you being a
Yonas
butt
and
is the
confront,
best
and
thing.
then
Okay,
yeah.
2 actions for Yona.
Yona.
You got
Yep.
it. I'll draw a card.
Now that is the sad thing. It's
2
like
actions for Yona.
I think
got
it
it?
is
I'll draw a
worth playing both Yonas here. 2 to rally, and then exhaust both for a DFO.
Yes. Fluttershy to concerning and
Move
counterlock
to score
citizens to.
phase. Attempt to confront
Oh,
lacking
No,
lesson
he's
plans.
just going to go single, which is fine.
First
Save
one,
some AT.
I will target.
I get it.
Okay, first one,
Right.
targeting Cadence.
There is a parachute in the discard.
Is a parachute in the discard. Grandpa's can only save one of them though. Probably Luna. I think?
Okay. Cadence first. You have 7 cards in hand.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, not DFOing
Cadence
here
can go back
actually
to
makes
hand.
sense because he wants to keep the Yonas at the problem.
Okay, then I
knowing
will
that-
try
Right.
for Luna.
Sure. Right, so Grandpa's
I'm
is
going
going to
to
save Luna and let
and
Cadence go back to
Golden
hand.
Parachute and 2 copies of In My Head.
Makes sense.
Getting rid of the in my heads means you can't miss
And
main
I will
those
get a counter on
back.
my
But
Right, of course.
he does
Back
have
to
a
you.
3rd one in hand, so I don't think he's too worried.
3 action token.
Right.
Ready? Draw.
Main
Main
phase,
phase.
Scare Luna. Or not
Let's
Luna,
frighten
Yona.
one of your Yonas.
Scare Yona.
Makes sense.
One of those does.
No big surprise there.
Yeah, I
So
guess
I'm going
if
to pay 2 and move Luna up to lacking lesson plan.
Okay.
And go to score phase.
Okay.
With
Yep,
the
you're
heat
gonna
wave,
front for
he's pretty safe
counter on
here.
main. Pass turn.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Reactions.
exhaust the main and turn off a Yona or whatever.
Draw a card.
Is it correct to, well, I mean, now that you've got Yona in play, you get rid of Brian to get rid of speech now, right?
Maybe?
4 actions.
Off main,
for
exhaust Yona.
a pair
Yeah,
of
that's probably better.
unfrightens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, with
I will head to score phase.
Hold on.
I'll use.
Hold
Oh,
on.
yeah, sure.
with
End of your main
knowledge
phase.
of the
Exit the
hands,
main
we
phase.
know that Grandpa's
Unusual
has another
window.
catchy song,
But
which
important
means getting rid of the
nonetheless.
yellow wreck is important. In game, much
I will.
tougher decision because you know 2 of them are gone and
Heat
Grandpa's
wave.
hasn't drawn that many cards.
Shutting off the ability of your main and exhausting one of your Yonas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will
but
accomplish nothing.
M is realizing he
Back
should
to
have
you.
played that
Okay.
Citizens in his hand,
Ready. Game 3.
Mhm.
which is unfortunate.
Okay. Exhaust Luna. Frighten your unexhausted Yona.
But he's out of protection.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, well,
We're at 16 minutes left
true.
with 4 points apiece.
With
I
that
think you play
Luna,
Well,
catchy
all
ball,
right. I
right?
guess if I gotta do it
Yeah.
that way, I gotta do it. I'll just play it in my head then.
Whoa. I didn't kill the resource because I expected you didn't have the 3rd.
We'll
Okay.
put
Yep.
Twilight
Put
into play. Not
Twilight
happy
into
about
play. DFO. Get
That's good.
pretty far ahead.
Okay, score phase. Confront lacking lesson plans.
Sending the Yonas
confront
home
concerning
is
cutie mark.
pretty relevant here as
Mhm.
well.
with that Luna in play,
Face off.
stuff that's at home is, well, tough
It's
to
yours.
not be at home.
I mean,
score 1.
Swift does negate the tax, but on the other hand, the tax negates the
Miss
Swift.
Ooh,
Mhm.
final questions
And
in that.
Okay.
that's a card.
Final
Okay,
question
Pass the
helps.
turn.
Will help
Right,
M stay close.
ready.
Yeah. I
Actions.
suppose, perhaps more to the point, with Luna in play, a lot of those blue cards
It's
in
really
M's hand
dumb.
are really less good than they should be. It's 15 minutes to a hard time.
I
15 minutes?
disagree.
Got it.
Like,
Thank you.
the fact that they're in hand means he can just pay 4 to get the 4 blue wreck to the problem.
I suppose. Yes.
And then he pays 1 to drag in Yona. Hope the opponent doesn't have an additional heat wave, which I think you have to hope.
1
this one.
for dash.
With 8 cards in hand. Okay.
1 for dash.
Oh boy, this is silly.
2 for dash.
Okay.
Don't use the trigger.
Okay.
Pay 1 to move Yona, right? Oh no, he's just
Enter
caring
the score
about
phase.
making
Okay.
sure that he has enough
Give me a moment.
blue. Okay.
Right. Yeah. With he'll confront final question easily because there's no.
Okay, entering the score phase is fine.
Right.
So that will
I'm
be
gonna
3
use
points.
both of them on final question. Try to confront.
Sure, that is completely fine. I will put a counter on my main.
Okay. Back to you.
I
Okay.
don't know why he didn't move the Yona there.
5. Ready. Draw.
Like, he couldn't play the plushie dash from hand.
Yeah. He's not here to answer for himself.
Hmm.
I wonder if he forgot that Yona has Swift.
Well, no, off of the Loyal Pony.
Oh, the Loyal Pony. That's right.
Just paid 1.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. He had a blue friend. Yeah. That's.
He didn't. I see what it is. He didn't want to leave himself open to a single confront.
Okay. That's reasonable. At a high bonus point, problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Now, meanwhile, Grandpa's has 5
Remove
counters on
5
his
action
main, which is the magic number.
And exhaust my main.
Yep. I
To
might play
case.
Captain Jack here.
Good card.
I think Grandpa's likes his tricorn lock better.
Exhaust Princess
Yeah,
Luna
I
to frighten
suppose
your
that's
Yuna
fair.
at home. I will spend 2 action tokens to move Princess Luna up here.
Okay, that's enough to
You have 6 cards
front
in
of
hand,
both.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
which
Score
will
dice.
be this will be 4 points
Yep, you're good for both.
for GP.
Confront. 1 counter on the main.
Yes.
And flip. Glad to see that one.
Ooh.
Rapid day.
2 for the bonus.
We did see it, but not in the space M wanted to see it.
Mystery will trigger. I'll search. I'll grab a Rush Mako.
I think the clock is on
That's
GP's
good.
side
Bit out
here
of
as
order
well.
already for my actions.
Does flip into the
Final
second
question.
final question.
Okay.
Oh, but
Okay,
prospecting
bonus points
interruption
it
on
is.
the other side.
Prospecting interruption. Pass turn.
Fine. Evens out a bit, I suppose. Okay, I need to draw a card.
He needs to win this turn,
Okay.
however.
Instead of that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that is
But-
enough points for Grandpa's to win next turn for sure.
Right.
And there,
Or he needs to DFO without flipping into a 2 bonus problem. That's
right,
the alternative.
right.
Did GP not draw off of that? Oh no, he drew the school shutdown. Okay.
Yes.
Shoeshine is less effective with the Luna in play,
Somewhat. Yeah.
but I'm not going to say not effective.
Agile Swift. And retire a friend.
Right. Like, Agile Swift is still good.
Now.
I just have to hope you don't have that heat wave and don't draw it in the next 3 cards, because otherwise Twilight has my number. Okay, I'm resigned to it. So I'll go
Ooh.
for Mullet. 2, 3. Just as a 3 body.
Okay,
You've
Mullet is a
turned
3
off
body. I will draw
my
a
whole
card.
deck.
Not a heat wave.
1 for
For Shoeshine.
I will draw a card.
Yep. 2 for Stick.
Oh. Okay. I will draw a card.
Okay, I will enter the score phase.
I am going to, at main phase, end of main
Okay.
phase.
Yep.
Right. He has
Play
mysterious.
that mysterious disappearance that's in my hand.
right.
Of course it is.
And
Okay, that is
discard
game.
a Princess Luna and a Golden Parachute.
Yes. M is out of AT.
Yeah, he can't stop the DFO, which is literally just a pay for to move. But I mean, he can get 3
All right,
points
2 act,
at least.
2 points plus the confront point, and then it's back to
No.
you to win the
He
game.
got to double digits. That's not
Okay,
bad.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's the 8.
And they, well,
Drat.
Ready.
they're going to end the game before time.
You're at, what, 4 or 5? there?
Yeah.
So let me
If GP doesn't
Good
dawdle
choice.
here.
Good game.
go. Okay, GG, sir.
Oh, okay. Or conceding. That makes sense too.
Yeah, you being on
so-
is very hard to deal with.
So
Tricorn
I am
log is
0 for 3 on
stupid.
predicting
Could've given
which
sooner.
would win.
Sooner rather than later.
I suppose that's true, isn't it?
I mean, I did say I hoped GP won, but
Yeah.
I also said I thought it was more likely M would win. That's This is the second game GP has been in that went down to like the last 10 minutes.
That's true. That's true. I believe this one is now the record, or at least the current longest match of the tournament. Barely beating out that match against Smithers that I was sure was going to go to time, but didn't.
Okay, so this means I got my wish. We get to see this happening again. Not necessarily the exact same thing, however. The format of the Invitational means we might see a pretty different match.
It is possible, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see you've added a second final.
Yes. Yeah, it didn't necessarily exist before, but it's
It's true now. Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the winner. Well, yeah. The next game M could decide to try the same decks, but yeah, they both could try for different matchups. We could
Well,
we could get a different. We could be adventure in game 3.
hmm it could be adventure in game 3. Also, it's entire like it could be adventure game 1, which could change decisions. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people might like GP might go, oh, if it's adventure in game 1, maybe I would rather play the not combo list, or maybe M would rather play Bluna, or because game 2, you know who goes first,
Right.
so that could affect your decision. Game 1, you don't know who goes first, which makes game 1 the game with the most flux, like the most uncertainty.
That
Let's say.
that is true. I don't think anyone's properly brought that up to me before, but that makes sense. Yeah.
Because you don't know what format it's going to be, and you also don't know who's going first. And as we have seen, going first matters. Like it is an advantage. I believe the person who went first won all 3 games.
Tonight, yes, that's true. Actually, pretty big deal, I
And
guess. Yeah.
yeah, like if M had gone first that first game, he would have played Discord first and probably would have won the game. So yeah,
Yeah.
should be an interesting Grand Finals Mark II.
We shall see. Yeah. So, yeah, the rematch of this will take place next Saturday. That's December the 4th. In that match, it is everything to play for. The winner gets the whole tournament.
Has the match happened yet?
It has not happened yet.
So no one knows. Like
That is true.
oh,
yeah, we're
you
well.
can't even make a hint. Not that you would.
Not that I would, of course.
No, yeah. Oh, this could be very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, M has tasted defeat for the first time, not just once, but twice.
Mm-hmm.
And
GP knows what he needs to
GP
do to win.
has come back, has eliminated the advantage. Yeah. I still think M is favored. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he's now less favored because he lost that buffer.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, I think this was a very enjoyable match. I hope everyone watching at home agreed.
There was a lot of combo.
Yeah, fair enough. And as I said, next week we'll be back with more of that. Maybe more combo. Maybe probably more combo.
We might see the exact same matchups, but we also might not. Who knows?
Yeah. But regardless, that is going to be it for tonight. As always, thank you so much, Bugle, for being on with me. Always a joy to work with you.
Well, thank you.
I don't know if we'll have you back again next week or somebody
no,
else.
I think you should give the opportunity to someone else here.
Okay, fair enough. Otherwise, yeah. Thanks everyone for coming out, and we'll see you next week with the second grand finals.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. I have been Cursor Chords.
And I'm Bugle.
And everyone enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving weekends.
Well, those of you who celebrate it, which I don't believe you do.
It's true, not me, but most everyone else who's watching, I think, probably.
I think Smithers was around and he doesn't either.
Oh, maybe not. Well, Americans in the chat, enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. All right, have a good night.
Yeah, later, folks.